Question number 12. From the top of a 7-meter high building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degree and the angle of depression of its foot is 45 degree. Determine the height of tower. So first of all we consider one building, 7-meter high building, right? Then we need to consider one tower. Now if we take the height of tower is less than the height of building, then angle of elevation is given from the top of building, right? Top of building right now it's I'm giving name AB and here CD. If we take height of tower is less than the height of building, then here in question it is given that from the top of building, that means from point A, angle of elevation is given. So how can we draw the angle of elevation? Right? If we take height of tower is less than the height of building, then we cannot draw the angle of elevation with the horizontal, right? We can take this angle, but this is angle of depression. So we cannot draw angle of elevation. Then alternately, we need to take height of tower. It is greater than the height of building. Okay, that's why we take this. So this is our CD. We need to take our height of tower is greater than the height of building. Right now, from top of building, angle of elevation, it is angle with the horizontal. So first of all, we need to draw horizontal. It's AE. So this acute angle, it is 60 degree, right? Angle of elevation of top of building to the top of tower. Now from the same point, the angle of depression of its foot is 45. Foot means a foot of tower, right? So from top of building means point A, the angle of depression is given to the foot of tower. Foot of tower is D. So alternately we need to draw like this, right? Our AD is a line of sight right now. So it creates 45 degree angle with the horizontal AE. It is angle of depression, right? So angle of elevation of top of tower is 60 degree and angle of depression to the bottom of tower, it is 45, right? Angle both the angle we need to draw with the horizontal and we need to consider acute angle. One more thing, most of students doing mistake here, they take this angle as an angle of depression. It's wrong, because what is the definition of angle of depression? Angle of depression, it is the angle formed between line of sight and with the horizontal. Now AB is not horizontal. Definitely AD is line of sight, but AB is vertical line, it is not horizontal, right? So we cannot take this angle as a 40 degree, right? So our angle DAE is equals to 45 degree. Just take a note of it. Okay, so our figure is ready, right? Now height of building, it is AB, it is 7 meter. Now ABDE, it is one rectangle. ABDE is one rectangle. Here AB is equals to 7 meter. So alternately, opposite side, it's also 7 meter. DE. Now we need to find height of tower. It is total height, means CD. We know up to the DE, but we need to find CE. Right now we can assume it X, right? So total height of tower, it's 7 plus X and we need to find the value of X. Okay. So here we assume X. Okay. Now we have total two triangle ACE. Here one angle 60 degree. Here X. Now second triangle. We have this outside angle 45 degree. Otherwise we can consider the triangle ADE. Sorry. Like this, right? ADE. Now in this triangle, we know DE is equals to 7. Here 45 degree. We need to find X. So X is present in first triangle, AC, but in this triangle we don't know the any other side of a right angle triangle, right? We have one second triangle, we know one angle 45 degree, we know one side 7 meter, right? So just to find out the relation between this two triangle, so common side is AE, right? AE is common side in both the triangle. Now from second triangle, one side is given means a 7 meter DE, one angle is given 45 degrees, so we can find AE from here. And if we put this value of AE to the first triangle, then alternatively we can find the value of X. And if we find value of X, then we can find the height of tower. Right? So this thing right now we use. So first of all, use the second triangle. It is ADE. So in triangle ADE. Now 7 meter is your opposite side. We need to find AE. It's the adjacent side. Right? So opposite and adjacent. That's why we use 10. So 10 45. Now opposite side DE. I'm talking about triangle AB, ADE, right? This one. Then adjacent side, it's a AE. Now value of 10 45, it's a 1. DE is equals to 7. AE we need to find. So transfer this A to the left hand side. So A into 1, it's a AE. So AE is equals to 7 meter. Right? AE is equals to 7 meter. Now use the second triangle. Second triangle. So second triangle is a ACE. But right now we know A is equals to 7. Now we use the first one triangle ACE. Right? Here again we need to find opposite side, which is X, and we have adjacent side. So we need to find so here we have relation between opposite side and adjacent side. That's why we need to use 10. So 10 60. Opposite side CE upon adjacent side AE. Now put the value of 10 60. It is under root 3. Now CE we need to find and we assume it X. So AE it is 7. So transfer this 7 to the left hand side. So X is equals to 7 under root 3 meter. Right? 7 under root 3 meter. So height of tower. Height of tower, it is a CD is equals to DE plus CE. So 7 plus CE, it is X, it is 7 under root 3. Now 7 common, so 1 plus under root 3 meter. This is our final answer. 7 in bracket 1 plus under root 3 meter. Okay, so height of tower is equals to 7 in bracket 1 plus under root 3 meter. Question number 13. As observed from the top of a 75 meter high lighthouse from the sea level, the angle of depression of the two ships are 30 degree and 45 degree. If one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of lighthouse, find the distance between two ships. So first of all, we need to draw one lighthouse. So here I draw AB is my lighthouse, right? Here sea level. Now from AB, one left hand side is there and one right hand side. But here it is given that two ships is exactly, one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of lighthouse. Okay, so both the ships are on same side. We select here right hand side. So two ships at point Q and point P. Okay, two ships at point Q and point P. Now observe from the top of a 75 meter building, means from point A, right? Point A, our observer is standing at point A. Then 75 meter lighthouse. So AB is equals to 75, right? AB is equals to 75 meter height of lighthouse. The angle of depression. Now here angle of depression is given. Okay, That means we need to see in downward direction. So at point A, first of all, we need to draw one horizontal level. So here I draw AX is our horizontal level, right? Now two angles are given, 30 degree and 45 degree. Now obviously here we have two angles. So from this two angle, which is smaller? This one. So it is 30 degree, right? And this is larger angle, it is 45 degree. We can decide these angles by observing these two angles, right? Because obviously angle XAB, that means this angle is smaller than XAQ, right? XAQ is larger, that's why we give 45 degree, and XAP, it is 30 degree. Okay, now we can use here alternate interior angles, means a Z shape. Here reverse Z is there, right? So here one Z is there. Here it's a 30 degree. So angle APB, it is also 30 degree by alternate interior angles, right? Because here reverse Z is formed. That's why if this angle is 30 degree, then another one is also 30 degree. Angles between same parallel, because AX is horizontal level and BP is horizontal level. Both are parallel. That's why. Now second thing, one more Z is there, like this, right? Here angle created between angle XAQ, it is 45 degree. So here even 45 degree, right? Here also one more reverse Z is created. That's why if one angle is 45 degree, then another one is also 45 degree. So this is our final figure. We need to find the distance between two ships. That means PQ, because one ship at point Q and one ship is at point P. So distance between two ships, it is PQ. So we need to find PQ from this figure. Okay. AB is lighthouse, Q is one ship and P is one ship. We need to find the distance between two ships. That means we need to find PQ. Now here we have two triangles, right? APB, sorry, ABQ and ABP. Now here one angle 45 degree, here 30 degree. Height of lighthouse 75, right? So from first triangle ABQ we can find side BQ. From second triangle we can find side PB, because one angle is given, one side is given, right? If we find BQ and PB, then we can find our third, we can find the distance between two ships, that means PQ. Because how we can find PQ? If we subtract BQ from PB, then it's a PQ, right? If we subtract this BQ from whole PB, then we can find PQ. So PQ is equals to here whole side PB minus BQ. So we use this method here. So first of all, consider first triangle. It is ABQ. Here 45 degree, here 75 meter, right? Opposite side is given. We need to find adjacent side. So we can use 10. So 10 45. Opposite side AB upon adjacent side BQ. Now 10 45. It's a 1. AB is equals to 75. We need to find BQ. Transfer BQ to the right hand side. So here BQ into 1, it's a BQ, is equals to 75. Okay, so BQ is equals to 75 meters. Now second triangle. So here BQ is equals to 75. Now we use second triangle. It's a A, B and P. here 30 degree. Again, opposite side is given 75. We need to find adjacent side PB. So again, we use 10 here. So tan 30, opposite side AB upon adjacent side PB. Tan 30, it's a 1 upon under root 3. AB, it's a 75. We need to find PB. Now for finding out PB, transfer PB to the left hand side and transfer this under root 3 to the right hand side. So PB is equals to under root 3 is transferred to the right hand side, it goes to the numerator. So alternately 75 under root 3, right? 75 under root 3. So right now we know both the things, means big Q we get 75 meter and PQ we get 75 under root 3 meter. Now PQ, distance between two ship PQ is equals to, sorry, here PB is there, not PQ. So PB minus BQ. PB, it's a 75 under root 3 minus 75. 75 common. So in bracket under root 3 minus 1 meter. This is our final answer. Right? Distance between two ship is equals to 75 under root 3 minus 1 meter. Here under root is present, but it is in numerator. So this is our final answer. No need to rationalize it. Okay. Question number 14. A 1.2 meter tall girl spot a balloon moving with the wind in horizontal line at a height of 88.2 meters from the ground. The angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of a girl at any instant is 60 degree. After some time, the angle of elevation reduced to 30 degree. Find the distance traveled by the balloon during this interval. Figure is given here, okay? So, one girl is, first of all, one ground, 1.2 meter girl, we give name here AB. Then one balloon is there. First of all, it at 60 degree from eye of an girl, right? So we consider eye of a girl at point A and we need to draw one horizontal level there. Okay, so from A, angle of elevation, it is 60 degree. One balloon is here, right? It is at height 88 point meter from the ground. Here we gave CD. Here E. Okay, after some time, angle of elevation reduced to 30 degree. Angle of elevation reduced, that means a balloon travel in opposite direction to the girl, right? And also it is given that it is travel in horizontal line. So horizontal line, after some time at point F, angle of elevation reduced to 30 degree, right? Here we give G and H. Now from here we need to find the distance traveled by the balloon in this interval, right? It's a CF. Initial point is C and final point is F. So we need to find distance CF. But here one rectangle is formed. This one, CFEG. So CF is equals to EG, right? Because CF is not a side of right angle triangle, not a part of right angle triangle. So we cannot find it, but we can find EF because it is a part of right angle triangle. Two right angle triangle form here. One is here CEA and second one is FAG, right? So EG is a part of right angle triangle, so we can find it. Okay, so EG is also our distance traveled by the balloon in during this interval because CF is equals to EG. So here we find out EG. For that we need a side, one side. So here CD is given, CD and FH both. Distance from the ground is 88.2 meter, and here AB is given 1.2. So alternately, ABDE, it is one rectangle. So here DE is also 1.2 and GH is also 1.2. So we can find out CE from here, because we know CD means whole this side is 88.2. If we subtract this 1.2, so we can find CE. Okay. So we use this method. First of all, I draw one triangle like this. Here 60 degree. I draw only first part right now. A, B, C, D and E. Okay, this is CE 88.2. Distance of balloon from the ground. Height of gull, it is AB, it is 1.2. Here I need to find CB because our triangle is ACD. Okay, so if we subtract 1.2 from this 88.2, so we can get CD. So 88.2 minus 1.2, it's a 87, right? So we can write here CD is equals to CE minus DE. Now in place of DE, we can write AB because AB ED is a rectangle. CE is 88.2, here 1.2, so we get 87 meter. Now in the triangle, right angle triangle ACD, we know one angle, we know one side, but we need to find a distance traveled by the balloon. Okay, in previous figure it's a DH, sorry, DG, right? So here we try to find our side AB. Why we are finding this side, I tell you later, because again I need to draw that whole figure. Until time I explain you why we need to find AD. Right now, opposite side is given with respect to 60. We need to find adjacent side. So we use here 10. So 10 60 opposite side CD upon adjacent side AD. So 10 60, it is under root 3, right? CD, it's 87 and we need to find AD. For finding out AD, transfer AD to the left hand side, under root 3 to the right hand side. So AD goes to the numerator, here 87, and under root 3 goes to the denominator if we transfer to the right hand side. So AD is equals to 87 upon under root 3 meter. Okay, so AB is equals to 87 under root 3 meter. Okay, now second triangle. So first of all, our whole figure is like this. A, B, here C, D, E, F, G and H. We need to find C, E, F, F, but here we try to find DG. Now how can we find DG? Now from first triangle, that means ACD, we get AD. Now from second triangle FAG, we can find this side means AG, right? If we subtract AD from AG, then we can find this DG, right? From second triangle we get AG. If we subtract AD from AG, so we can get DG. That's why in first triangle we find AD, right? Here not AB but AD. Now use the second triangle. So in second triangle, this angle is 30 degree, right? Opposite side we know because we already find CD. CD is equals to FG, so it is also 87, right? Because this is one rectangle CDGF. So with respect to 30, we know opposite side 87. We need to find adjacent side. That means this side AG. Right now we use a triangle, this one AFG. Okay, so 10, 30. Opposite side FG, it's a 87. And adjacent side, it is a AG. Now value of under root 3, sorry, 30 degree, 10, 30 degree. Value of 10, 30 is 1 upon under root 3. FG, it is 87 upon AG, that we need to find. Now transfer this AG to the left hand side and under root 3 to the right hand side. So alternately AG is equals to 87 and this under root 3 is transferred to the left hand side, sorry, right hand side, so it's a 87 under root 3. Okay, so AG is equals to 87 under root 3. Now for finding out distance traveled by the balloon, it's a CF is equals to DG. Now DG is equals to AG minus AD. So AG, it is 87 under root 3 minus AD, it's 87 upon under root 3. Right? Now I rub this. So here 87 is common. 87 common, then what is remaining? Under root 3 minus 1 upon under root 3. Now take LCM here in bracket. So under root 3 into under root 3 only 3 minus 1 upon under root 3. Right? 3 minus 1, it's a 2 upon under root 3. Now in final answer, under root 3 it is in denominator, so we need to rationalize it. So we multiply and divide by under root 3. So now in numerator, 87 into 2 into under root 3, and in denominator under root 3 into under root 3 only 3. Right? Now divide 87 by 3. 87 by 3, it's a 29. Right? So what is our final answer? 29 into 2, that is 58. And under root 3 as it is, so 58 under root 3 meter. This is our final answer, means the distance traveled by the balloon in during this interval is 58 under root 3 meter. Question number 15. A straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. A man standing at the top of tower observe a car at an angle of depression of 30 degree, which is approaching the foot of the tower with the uniform speed. 6 seconds later, the angle of depression of the car is found to be 60 degree. Find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from this point. First of all, one tower is there. One man is standing at the top of tower. That means point A. Right? First of all, car is at point P. 6 seconds later, the car reached to point Q. We need to find the time taken to reach the car from point Q to B. The angle of depression. So initially depression is 30 degree. Initial point is P. So this angle is 30 degree. Then 6 seconds later, the car reached at point Q. Again, angle of depression at this time it is 60 degree. We need to find time taken by the car to reach the foot of tower, that means point B from point Q. Okay, here angle of depression is given, so we draw one horizontal level at point A. Okay, again here Z is created, that means reverse Z is there, right? So this angle it's 30 degree, so this one 30 degree, alternate interior angles, right? Now second jet, it is like this. Here it is 60 degree, so here 60 degree, right? Again by alternate interior angles, because AX and BP both are horizontal line, means parallel line. So here alternate interior angles are created and it is same. So one angle 30 and one 60. Now here first of all we need to find big Q, right? We need to find big Q. Now here are two triangle we have. First one is ABQ. ABQ. And second one is APQ. Sorry, ABP. Right? Here at 60 degree. Here 30 degree. Now here BQ and B2P both are distance. Right? BQ and BP both are distance. Now what is the formula of distance that we learn in science, right? Speed is equal to distance upon time, right? Speed is equal to distance upon time. In short, I written here speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance is equal to, transfer this time to the left hand side. So distance d is equal to speed multiply time, right? Speed multiply time. Here speed is uniform, so we assume our speed s is a uniform. So in place of speed we write s. Okay, so now we can find this pq because we know the time. Distance is equal to speed into time. Here it's take a 6 second from p to q. So distance pq is equal to 6 s. Sorry, we do not write s because s and 5 both are like same. So we take speed s is equal to x. So pq is equal to 6x, right? AB we don't know, but AB is common side in both this triangle. So in both the triangle, we find AB and we equivalent this, right? So from that we can find big Q. Okay, from that we can find big Q. Okay, now big for big Q, one more thing. We need to find time taken by car from point Q to B. Okay, we assume that time is equal to t. We assume that time is equal to t. So here again we can write the formula of distance formula. That means speed multiply time, right? Speed we take x because we assume our speed is x. Okay, we also assume here our time taken by a car from point Q to B, it's a t. So this distance big Q is equal to xt. Okay, we just assume speed is equal to x kilometer per second. And second thing, time taken by car to reach point B from Q, it's a t second. Okay, speed x and time taken by car to reach point B from Q, it's a t. So distance is equal to speed s multiply time. Okay, but s is fixed in both the triangle. We assume it x because it is given in the question speed is uniform. So alternately our formula of distance is equal to x into t. Right, here we assume t, that's why it's a xt. Now what is a b to p? Now for b to p, first of all I draw this triangle here. A, B and P, here one Q. Okay, now B2Q, it's a xt, and P2Q, again speed x into time 6, because it is given that 6 seconds from P2Q. Okay, so 6x, right? So total P2B is equals to xt plus 6x, right? So total PB is equals to xt plus 6x. So here x is common, so t plus 6. Okay, PB is equals to x in bracket t plus 6. So x in bracket t plus 6. Now use the first triangle. It is ABQ. From both this triangle we try to find AB. Otherwise we put value of AB from first triangle to second triangle. Okay. So first of all this triangle, now it is a 60 degree, one angle is given 60 degree, opposite side AB and adjacent side BQ, so tan 60. Tan 60 is equals to AB upon adjacent side BQ. Now value of tan 60 under root 3 AB as it is, BQ x into t. Now transfer this xt to the left hand side, so AB is equals to under root 3 x t, right? Under root 3 x t. So from first triangle we get the value of AB. So I write here AB is equals to under root 3 x t. Now use the second triangle. In second triangle this angle is 30 degree. Again opposite side AB, adjacent side PB. So tan 30 degree, opposite side AB, adjacent side BP. Tan 30, it's a under root 1 upon under root 3. Now put the value of AB is under root 3 x t upon P2B x in bracket t plus 6. We already find it, right? Now from numerator and denominator x cut, right? Then only one variable is remaining, it's a t, so we can easily find it. So for finding out this t, just do the cross multiplication here. So this t plus 6 is transferred to the left hand side and under root 3 to the right hand side. So t plus 6 in left hand side multiply with 1, so it's a t plus 6. Now here under root 3 goes to the right hand side, so under root 3 into under root 3, only 3 and 1 t, right? So here 3t. Now for finding out t, transfer this t to the right hand side. So here 6 is equals to 3t minus t. Okay. So 6 is equals to 3t minus 1t. It's a 2t, right? 6 is equals to 3t minus 1t, 2t. Now transfer this 2 to the left hand side, is goes to the numerator. So finally t is equals to 3 seconds. Okay. Time taken by the car to reach the foot of tower from the point Q is 3 seconds. Here we need to write a unit 3 seconds. Okay, so first use the distance formula here. Distance is equal to speed into time. Speed is uniform, that's why we take x, and finally at a final step x is cut. Okay, so speed is x, that is uniform, and we assume the time t, and at last we find this time t is equals to 3 seconds. Question number 16. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from 2 points at a distance of 4 meter and 9 meter from the base of the tower and in the same straight line with it are complementary. Prove that the height of tower is 6 meter. Here height of tower is given, but we need to prove it. Okay, prove that the height of tower is 6. So finally we need to find this height of tower. Okay, so first of all we consider one tower AB, right? From 2 point at a distance 4 meter and 9 meter from the base of the tower, and in the same straight line. That means either right hand side, otherwise left hand side. Okay, so here we take left hand side 2 point P and Q. Now one point is at a distance 4 meter from the base, and second point is at a distance 9 meter from the base. So from B to Q, from base to Q, it's a 4, and base to P, that means B to P, it's a 9 meter given, right? Distance of P and Q from the base are given 4 meter and 9 meter. Now angle of elevation from this point to the top of tower. So we join A to P and Q to A. Now this angle of elevations are complementary angles. Now what is the meaning of complementary? Means addition 90 degree. So here we assume that angle P is equals to theta, right? Or angle P is equals to theta. Now angle P plus angle Q is equals to 90 degree, because it is given that angle of elevation from these points are complementary angles. So angle P and Q complementary. That means addition 90 degree. Now P is equals to theta. So we can find Q from here. So transfer this theta to the right hand side. So 90 minus theta, right? So if I take angle P is equals to theta, then angle Q is equals to 90 minus theta. Okay. Now here we have two triangles. So first of all, use this triangle APB. We need to find height of tower AB. It's the opposite side, and we know this adjacent side, it is 9 meter, right? So opposite and adjacent, so we use tan theta, because here angle P is equals to theta, that's why tan theta. Opposite side AB, adjacent side PB. So AB is a height of tower, as it is we need to find it, and right now tan theta is there, we don't know the value of tan theta, right? And adjacent side PB is a 9 meter, it is given, right? So tan theta is equals to AB by 9. So I write tan theta is equals to AB by 9 here, because I do not have more space, that's why. Now use the second triangle, this one, AQB. In that angle is 90 minus theta. Again we need to find AB, opposite side. We know the adjacent side QB, it's a 4 meter. So again we use tan here. So tan, this time value of angle, it is 90 minus theta. So here same angle we need to write here. Here we write theta, here 90 minus theta is there. So tan 90 minus theta. Now opposite side, it is AB. Adjacent side, it is big Q, right? Now we know one formula for tan 90 minus theta. We learned this in chapter 8, complementary angles. Tan 90 minus theta is equals to cot theta, right? Tan 90 minus theta is equals to cot theta. So use that formula here. So in place of tan 90 minus theta, I am writing here cot theta. Okay, AB and upon big Q, that we know 4 meter, right? So here we get two value, cot theta and tan theta, right? We know one thing, multiplication of tan theta and cot theta is equals to 1. So multiply these two equation, right? This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Multiply equation 1 by 2. So left hand side is multiply with left hand side, right hand side is multiply with right hand side. So left hand side in equation 1 tan theta, and right left hand side in equation 2, it is cot theta is equals to, so value of tan theta, it is AB by 9 by equation 1, then multiply cot theta, it is AB by 4, right? Because we know the multiplication of tan theta and cot theta. Tan theta multiply cot theta is equals to 1. So here we multiply equation 1 and 2. So tan theta multiply cot theta. So left hand side is multiply with left hand side, right hand side is multiply with right hand side. Otherwise, if you do not get this logic, then you can write in place of cot theta, you can write 1 upon tan theta, right? In place of cot theta in second equation, you can write 1 upon tan theta, then put the value of tan theta from equation 1 to equation 2. In that way even you can get the same answer. Okay, so here in left hand side, tan theta multiply cot theta, it is 1. We learn these things in chapter 8 because tan and cot both are inverse. So tan theta into cot theta 1. Now in right hand side, first of all numerator versus numerator. So AB multiply AB, AB square, and in denominator 9 multiply 4, it is 36. Now transfer this 36 to the left hand side. So it goes to the numerator, right? So 36 ones are 36, AB square. For finding out AB, take a square root. So square root of 36, it's a 6, plus or minus 6. But here AB is a height. That's why we take only plus 6 here. So AB is equals to 6 meter. That means height of tower is equals to 6 meter. So hence proved. So here we complete our chapter 9, some applications of trigonometry. So if you have any doubt, then write down in comment section. I will give you answer in my next video. And share these videos with your friends who study in standard 10. Okay, thank you.